My name is Shlomit Shaul. I'm coming, usually my roots are from Germany. I was born here in Israel and was growing up in a German kibbutz in Zichron Yaakov. Now I've got 4 kids. I have been a believer my whole life. When I really got to faith in the faith of Jesus, I was 17, so when I was really deciding for myself that I want to be a believer and Jesus is my Lord. When I have been to army, I was making volunteer in Tel Aviv for horse, and my former husband was working and volunteering there also. And I was volunteering there in my free weekends. This was the place where we got related. When we got married, everything was fine, everything was good. He told me that he was in the army also in Lebanon and he was diagnosed with kind of post-trauma. But I didn't see really bad symptoms from this PTSD, from this post-trauma syndrome. And I didn't realize that I've been married to a very psychiatric man. So, he was very sick in his soul, but nobody knew it. And I didn't know it also. When the kids were growing and more kids were coming, so the pressure for making income was just growing up to him. And he started to be very, very hard on me, very controlling, very violent in every kind of every kind you think about, like emotionally, sexually. He was also breaking things in the house and a lot of anger attacks. He stopped working. He dropped our family in very, very big debts and loans. And because I was growing up like divorce is no option, so I was fighting for my marriage. I tried to send him in a lot of therapies, and he started a lot of things, but stopped at the end because he didn't want to get healed. And the things were getting stronger, harder when he started to make, he started to smoke heroin, he started to smoke weed, doing drugs, drinking, and then this just up and downs emotionally was so hard that one day it got to a point that he wanted to kill me. He said, go out of the house, otherwise I will kill you and the kids. And then he went off, and I had 1 hour to pack my things, stick the kids in the car, and just run for my life. I left all my house back, my whole household, everything, just some clothes of the kids, some bottles, myself, and went to my parents. This violent season was at least 3 years, because all this story and all this violence at home, my kids were getting very insecure. They are very phobic at nights and nightmares. And I was looking for lots of therapies to help them, and I started lots of things that was not really helping them. And then I had a good friend that he's a cowboy. He said, just put them on the horse and everything will be right. And I smiled and said, okay, I gave this a chance. And I put them on the house, and they loved it very much. And after continuing a few months with this therapy with all of my kids, I saw very, very good results. My kids were sleeping at night. They were starting talking back on the horse and just telling their stories, telling their feelings. They got very self-secure. They got back to themselves. And then I found out that the horse therapy for my kids is so brilliant. And the instructor said, why shouldn't you do the same? Because it's making you at your kids, it's doing well on you also, it's working in you. And I tried it, and it was amazing. And I took this as a sign for making my love to the horses as a job. And that's what I'm doing now. I'm very thankful for I Stand With Israel for allowing me to learn this profession that helps me, first of all, to provide the kids, and the other hand, making therapy on myself, getting healed, helping other people getting healed. I'm super happy and super thankful, very grateful for that. My dreams to having an own farm. This is a dream, I know, but I want to build or find a safe corner for my kids. I want to continue with this work, with this job, with the horses, And whatever door will open in this direction, I will grab with the two hands.